BCH, Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so we looks like we price is obviously super bullish, way above this moving average. You can see this nasty bull move here, but it's creating lower liquidity zones on the upside. So, but that might be coming to an end. So you can kind of see this area setting up. So this was the lower liquidity zone before, but now you can kind of see this one setting up here. So we don't know if this is super valid yet or if it's going to hold, but I mean it is presenting itself. So I am looking for a long position on this once things kind of set up a bit more. But I like this area. Oops. I like this area setting up here. So obviously there's nothing yet, no trades. I mean, I wouldn't take a long position off this. We don't know how significant this is right now. You can see again with these lower liquidity, these upper liquidity zones becoming lower and lower. That's not a good sign as far as buying momentum, obviously. So and then if you go like this, you can see price broke above, held, came up, sold off, now rejected. So I mean, we're still the bulls have not resumed this yet by any means, so we still have to wait for a lot more confirmation, obviously. But I do like that this zone is forming. So this is on the daily. You can see 1 2 3 4 candles. Doesn't really want to go below 220 227 kind of thing. So I'm actually going to put a line here just so I can keep that in mind. 227. So I mean, it's possible this is kind of like the new low-ish, but we don't know for sure. So what I'd want to see is, and I mean, price is still on this 4-hour moving average, price is still way below it. So, but you can see 227 seems to be kind of holding this. So what I would wait for ideally is, I want to look at these higher time frames or these lower time frames. So we can actually see somewhat bull structure setting up. You got, well, you didn't get the higher high yet, but you haven't got the lower low, so the higher high might still be coming. But again, this is a little premature, guys. I wouldn't by any means, do not jump on this yet. There's no, in my opinion, there's no long position yet, but can kind of see it forming. So I would want price to break above this 1-hour moving average. You can see it's still below. It broke down below here with this textbook bearish structure, lower lows, lower highs. Broke this, did reject it actually a few times here, and then boom, broke it. So now it's been holding below it. So I want price to break above this 1-hour moving average, and then ideally this 4-hour moving average, which could still be a while. Probably, it's way up here. It's even above this major zone. So that might still be a bit, but you can also see on this 4-hour, I notice, you can see these wicks getting higher and higher. So that's a good sign. There's a mini zone here. Very, very small liquidity mini zone here. That price, most likely will break now, and then so I can definitely see something setting up here, but it might be a few days still. Very, at the first and foremost, we need price to break above this 1-hour moving average. If price does not break above this 1-hour moving average, I do not want to even consider this at all, because the momentum's not there, right? And there's just too much bearish structure. Like I said, these lower, these upper liquidity zones, these liquidity zones that were, like this one, basically was this. So like this was the liquid eventually. So sorry, this is complicated. You got the liquidity zone that was in this area. Now it's this one. Then it was this one. Then it was this one. So because you keep having those, and then it could possibly be this one now too. So because you're having lower liquidity zones, that's not good. That means price is still more bearish on the temporary scale. Yes, long term, the more longer term scenario is bullish because price is way above this moving average, and you did have this massive segment here. But until price starts breaking these liquidity zones, breaks above this 1-hour moving average, I am not considering a buy. But I do think it is bullish long term. So yeah, it might take a few more days just to see if we can get more information out of this, a better idea of what it wants to do. And until then we just wait. But it's cool that 227 is holding it, and this zone is higher than this bottom zone. So possibly this is the new low zone. Possibly, we do not know yet. We won't know for a few days. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm liking this so far. Just got to be patient and let everything set up, and then maybe by midweek we'll have a better idea for Bitcoin Cash, and what to do with it for the rest of the month, and maybe heading into next month. Maybe next month, as summer months come to an end and trading resumes more, there's more liquidity in the markets. This might be a big September play, but we'll see in a few days how this shapes up. So that's Bitcoin Cash.